I'm absolutely in favor of Mondani in New York.
Whoa. We like to swap back and forth with the electro voice. This was mainly because my headphones broke during an episode of Planet Rage, which was fun.
It's all the low frequencies.
Because, they broke physically. There's a little plastic clip, and I said something which set one of my spy devices off in the other room.
Oh, yeah.
And it started playing Halloween sounds.
That's great.
And I'm like hearing this, and I'm like, is this coming from Larry's end?
So you yanked your head.
I went and grabbed the right cup of the headphones and pulled it off the ear enough, and it would never go back on.
Yeah. All right. Should we start?
I thought we were already.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
This is a show, man.
Well, howdy there, Darren. How are you today?
Howdy, Gene. How you doing? No sleep for Gene, everybody. This is a warning. I've got caffeine and water here.
Yeah, I don't have caffeine because they're sold out of my iced tea.
What?
Yeah.
How do they run out of
We're going to talk about the food shortages happening in this country.
It's weird because I ordered my groceries. Well, the grocery store that I use had a complete outage on the day we normally order our groceries. Mm-hmm. So I didn't order them on that day. But the next day they had everything. No outage at all.
That's good. Good for you.
Maybe in Austin
not
it's
the case
different.
Here.
No?
We're going on 2 weeks of no iced tea.
That can't be.
Yeah. What's that I'm saying?
No iced tea?
Yeah.
It's just tea and water, man.
It's unavailable. It's one of the ingredients that is currently sold out. From the last few weeks, I've noticed about 5% of the store is unavailable.
So you mean not just iced tea, everything in the store,
yeah,
you're saying?
About 5% of the store.
It's like we don't have it.
The part that I care about is my iced tea.
That's all Gene orders.
Well, that's a large chunk of what I order.
It's iced tea and caviar.
No, they don't sell it at that store. But the iced tea I do buy at that store at the HEB here locally. And
wait, you shop at Hebe?
At Hebe, yeah. Yeah, but believe it or not, I shop at Hebe.
Very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird indeed.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you don't just buy a glass pitcher and some just plain black tea in bags and make your own?
Yeah, I've got all that. I've done that in the past. There's a certain convenience factor and a certain flavor profile that I enjoy in this particular tea. You know the one I'm talking about. You bought it before.
Yeah, so they hit it exactly the way you like it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job of hitting it. Now, can I make something that is equally tasty at home? I can, but it involves using more than one tea at the same time.
Oh, it's fancy.
Yeah. I have to add a little rooibos tea to the Yorkshire tea gold.
The gold.
Yeah.
And then you add a little sweetener.
A little bit of rooibos in there, and then a little bit of the fake sweetener, and it tastes very similar.
Well, it's a real sweetener. It's an artificial sugar.
Well, I mean, not really, but okay.
A little rooibos in the morning, everybody.
Yeah. So it's annoying. I'm making do. I am trying all kinds of other brands.
Wait, are you doing okay, Gene? This is a wellness check.
I mean, I do feel like maybe we're on the verge of an apocalypse right now.
You're like, I can't get my iced tea.
Is clearly an indicator of this.
This obviously is a bad sign. That's indicator.
One of the three coming of the end signs, in fact, is the running out of the tea.
Yes, the running out of the iced tea at the Hebe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hebe is out of tea. That's never a good thing.
It's very clearly written in the Bible.
It literally written right there in plain old Latin.
See, I just buy coffee, man. There's plenty of coffee.
Yeah, the coffee is not in the Bible. Sorry.
They didn't have it back then?
Well, the heathens had it.
Well, play with the heathens. They have a lot more fun.
They have more fun. Well,
absolutely.
that has usually been the case. But you're going to burn in a lake of fire for having too much fun. That's how that works.
Oh, that's probably
You're Catholic,
true.
You know this.
Yes, I've heard the stories.
Yeah, I bet you have.
You have to go to confession.
Years.
That's all. You just keep going back to confession. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Your headphones won't break mid-show.
Yeah, if only you were to go to confessions, that would happen.
So then I went to a backup pair of headphones, which you'll understand the reason why this screwed me up for the rest of the Planet Rage show. Mm-hmm. Because the headphones I switched to were very bass heavy.
Yeah. I can understand that.
So
you mean the headphones you switched to were flat?
Yeah.
Unlike the ones you were using before.
Funny story, because I ordered then another exact pair of the Audio Technicas, which are known for being flat.
Yeah.
And obviously the little pads that, sit on your face between the headphones. These are fluffier right now than my old pair, which had been totally worn out.
Yeah.
And they sound still totally different. And it is much more buzzy in the bass.
Unfortunately, this is the way things are going. I was answering a question from somebody about headphones. They were wanting to know which ones I liked and, what's good and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I'm not the best guy to talk about like gaming headphones because I think they all sound like shit. And my daily wear headphones are AKG K701 reference set made in Austria.
Austria.
They stopped making them in Austria 9 or 10 years ago. So
now,
you can't even get a replacement for these. These are going on eBay for $1,700 right now.
They're probably new ones made in China or Taiwan?
They're Taiwan, I think. The new ones are $700, but the actual made in Austria ones are going for ridiculous price. I think I paid $400 for these when I bought them brand new about 20 years ago.
Well, I was and it really shouldn't amaze me because I understand how the physics work with sound.
Mm-hmm.
But when the over-the-ear headphones, where the drivers are, makes a really big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like them closer to the ear, I guess.
Yeah.
So I ordered also a little, and this is a very common problem with these headphones, I guess, so much so that guys have made businesses on eBay 3D printing little plastic pieces that snap over the headphones, which then make the old clips irrelevant. They act as
that's been a reason for a number of guys to buy a 3D printer.
Yeah. It's like, you need to fix my headphones, man.
Yep. Gonna have to do it. You have to buy the bullet and buy one of these puppies for $1,000.
That's my wife's like, why don't we have a 3D printer? I'm like, do you really don't even understand?
That's not a question a woman asks.
I know.
No. Why don't we have a 3D printer?
Do you know how the rabbit hole goes? Well, she likes Lego, so I'm assuming she's like, I could print my own Lego, guys.
That's a good point. I bet you could.
They're small enough.
You probably could print like weird Lego pieces or pieces that aren't Lego, but then add the Lego clampy thingies on them.
Right.
So then maybe you should have one after all.
You could make a lot of money for the specialty sets.
Anyway, the reason I mentioned the brand and name and the
headphones,
the thing of the headphones is because these were, when I bought them, known to be the flattest studio headphones you can buy.
Well, that's why I bought these.
To a raw flat mix with nothing accentuated, which is also incidentally why Darren's voice comes in super quiet.
Right.
Because
I got the bass.
It's flat. Yeah, exactly. So, but my backup sets of headphones, I have 3 backup sets, which were all based on what Adam Curry recommended back when I used to have my podcast studio here in town. So I bought a 3-pack of the microphones, the headsets, all that stuff, and a stand-up desk to do the interviews. And that was the Sony something, or let me look.
Oh yeah, the Sonys are still, they're right up there with these Audio Technica. They're kind of if you don't want to spend more than like $250, but you want really good headphones. And I've seen the Audio Technica ones on photographs.
The Sony MDR 750s specifically is what he recommended, so that's what I bought.
I've seen photographs of back in the day when I was listening to country music, but where country stars, doing their vocals, and these were the headphones they were wearing. So, I mean, and I know there's a big difference between what you need for that and if you're doing a whole mix, then you want a little more of the outlandish.
And I know one of the reasons Adam liked them is because they really, truly do go to 11.
You got to go to 11. It makes it nice and loud.
The AKGs definitely don't go to 11.
So, yeah, really it was the oddity. And although I remember at one point with the old headphones thinking, well, the pads were completely wore off. So I bought a replacement set. I put the replacement set on and went, nope, can't. They feel great, but they sound totally different. And I think I put them between two heavy books somewhere, and I'm probably lost them, and they're probably totally flattened now wherever I left them.
I've replaced the pads on this set twice. This last time, the pads came in very firm,
which is better.
Previous pads were pretty soft.
See, if they're too soft, they're okay on your ear.
Yeah,
but if you move the headphones like a millimeter away from your ear canals, they're going to have weird fuzzy bass. And I don't want no weird fuzzy bass.
Well, that's what they all say.
Weird fuzzy bass?
No weird fuzzy bass.
That's a selling point.
That's why people like my podcast, because there's no weird fuzzy bass.
There's no bass in your voice at all.
None. It's
some
missing.
People can't even tell the difference between our voices. I won't mention any names because I was threatened that I shouldn't mention him anymore on any of these shows.
Yes, probably for the best, just unless you get lawsuit.
He who has been, when it's not banned, has been ignored. Is that what you call it on the X and the blocked?
Oh, I thought you blocked him.
That's the word I'm looking for.
He who has been blocked
for a week.
Well, I remember I blocked him for a year.
For a week, and it's been so nice.
No, but I remember because he had started, instead of arguing my points about what's going on in Ukraine, he started just lashing out personally about me, and I was like, well, don't need to hear that, bud. Sorry, you're blocked.
It is nice.
Which most people don't really care when they're blocked. They just go on their merry way.
Right.
But he who shall not be named by you really was upset at being blocked.
Yes. Although I don't know why, because the last thing before blocking, I said, hey, just cut it out or I'm going to block you. And then he doubles down. The funniest thing was, that's why I said some people can't even tell the difference between our voices.
Yeah.
I was told that I made up lies about him going to Void Zero.
Yeah.
To have your show censored.
Yeah. Why'd you do that anyway?
And here's the funny thing. I went, and this was the first time ever in the transcripts that I tried having it split up our voices.
Oh, okay.
And it accidentally had Darren on the part that was you very clearly saying going to Void Zero to have him censored. So he doesn't even listen. He's just reading the transcript.
First
he's just looking for his name.
He's an AI, so I don't know why you're pretending he isn't.
He's looking for his name. And he's like, what is this? Why is this? It's like, no. That's not. And once,
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, one
episode, I was actually just quizzing you about why you said that.
Right. It was very clearly, I had a clip, but I don't remember where I put the clip. Because I'm like, this is proof. But I'm like, one, when he hassles people, okay. But when you're hassling somebody and you're wrong about what you're hassling them.
Right.
I'm very upset that you did this. It's like, I fucking didn't do that.
Yeah, but also you're not grateful for all the money he gave you.
I know. No, it's not all the money. It's all of the publicity by mentioning our show on Podcasting 2.0.
No. It's the money that he paid for all your tech that you're using to make your 3D shit. He all paid for it.
But he didn't. I didn't even use the ChatGPT when he was paying for it. He wanted a US-based version because he was doing something illegal.
What? Now, careful. Don't get sued. Don't be saying allegedly.
Allegedly, I meant, of course, allegedly. He was doing something else. But here's the.
I don't want to be bailing out my co-hosts out of podcaster prison.
At least not more than one. You could only do one at a time.
He might get you canceled.
Here's the clip. I missed the days of Playboy.
You got to be careful because CSB will take you off the stream, man.
Void Zero. CSB can't take us off this.
No. CSB is the one that tells Void Zero what to do.
He complains. Void Zero. They were talking about doing They were talking. Darren, why are you talking masturbation? No, you cannot do that. No. I miss Playboy magazine, man. See,
I'm warning you. That I gave you a fair warning. You didn't listen to me. Now you're taking off the stream. That's what you get for not paying attention to my warnings.
But you want to know what's even funnier is I guess the stream has been all silent except for that clip because I never turned our microphone on.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, this is what happens when we start early. Hey, everybody. And nobody's like,
who started early? I'm late, man, by at least 15 minutes here.
I don't see one person in the troll room went, why is this just silence?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they're used to hearing usually because they're a bunch of deaf dudes sitting around listening to the stream. Allegedly.
Cotton Gin's like, I was wondering. Well, you could have let me know, you son of a.
No. Well, that's all right. So they missed the last hour and a half, but they'll get it. They'll get it on the actual recording, so it's all good.
Yeah, they also missed the libelous comments about the guy.
Well, I'm not going to mention anybody.
I certainly wouldn't either.
No.
You want to listen to the final show, but Gene had to start early because why haven't you slept yet? It is about 10 a.m.
I just I took a nap yesterday. I took a nap and I woke up around 10:30 at night.
And then you're like, let's play video games.
Well, yes, but that's not it. Then I only played video games for about 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. But then I started watching YouTube videos, and that's the real problem. Oh, so one of the things that, if we're done with this topic, move on here, I wanted to mention is, holy shit, is there a difference between Blue Sky and X?
Well, we figured one is very liberal now, and one is just insane.
Well, it's not bad. So here's the crazy thing. I go on Blue Sky looking for some funny meme stuff, right? That I can make fun of.
Do they have funny memes?
Funny to me, not funny to the people making them, meaning, somebody with purple hair and a nose ring, unironically saying that they're the victim, stuff like that. And lo and behold, holy shit, there's no anti-Semitism on there.
On Blue Sky, none?
Yeah, none. Zero.
Why?
I was like, what the hell, man? Have I just gotten so normalized and used to seeing it on social media, on X, that it actually jumps out at you when you don't see it on another platform?
Probably.
Well, and we should probably talk about this too. You're not a heavy user of X, so you may not have even noticed, but 2 weeks ago, there was a significant change in the algo.
Yes, we talked a little about it last week.
Yeah, so X decided, then this is what I've read now from a variety of sources that I think the truth is somewhere in there. So apparently Musk has been wanting to have Grok be running the algorithm.
Which makes sense, I guess.
Hitler Grok.
Right, well.
And so...
No, spicy Grok, they call it.
Yeah, right, spicy Grok.
Extra spicy.
And so 2 weeks ago, they gave the reins of making decisions for how to modify the algorithm to the AI. Now, what I noticed almost immediately is all the people that I generally follow and see messages from magically stopped posting anything. Not a single post. However, a whole bunch of people that I don't normally follow, like Candace Owens, became the entirety of my feed. and so all I saw was, Jew this, Jew that, fuck the Jews, kill all Jews, and it'll be a good start. That was 100% of my feed coming in.
Well,
so naturally, being a good Jew, I stopped paying for it immediately.
Well, I'm just thinking
that would be stupid.
The AI understands Gene's a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be interesting to Jewish people? Well, messages about the Jews.
Jew, right?
Right.
No, that's funny. That's not what it is. I did figure out what it was. So, this went on for a few days and I was like, well, this is ridiculous. What the hell is going on here? And if in seeing these messages, I'm basically getting a 100%, feed of people comprised of generally people that don't like Jews, but there's some that are neo-Nazis, some that are like black anti-Jews, some that are, and there's one message caught my eye, which was a self-avowed, like this is his space, white supremacist dude complaining about his feed being nothing but pro-Israel and Jew lovers.
Right, and you bonded.
And we did. And I replied back to him. I'm like, dude, I got your feed and you got mine. How the hell? We got each other's feeds going right now. And, I think the one thing we can both agree on is the Grok algorithm is fucked. And you know what I got back? A like from a anti-Jewish
Grok
white
is bringing
dude.
together the Jews and the white supremacists.
Exactly. He's like, yes, brother, you are totally correct. You're the first Jew that's ever been correct in the history of Jews, but you're totally correct on this one. Exactly.
This is world peace by Grok. Spicy Grok.
So this kept happening for another week thereafter, and more people are posting about it. And finally, some of the information starts coming out. Here's what it is. And this is actually predictable. This is how the AI apocalypse happens when no one really understands, but they should. Here's what happened. So they give Grok the control of the algorithm, and they tell Grok as one of the desirable conditions, one of the goals is to increase engagement.
True.
Grok knows the entirety of human psychology that's ever been written. He's read every book on psychology. And Grok understands there's this innate human desire to, quote, correct the record. This is a well-documented psychological phenomenon.
True.
If you want to have somebody interact with you and they're not interacting with you, all you have to do is give them a contradictory statement as a statement, not a question.
How do you think I got Bemrose to podcast for 2 years?
I didn't really notice, but I'm sure it's connected.
Well, yeah, just make them correct you.
Oh, right. There you go.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, that's wrong. Exactly. So people innately want to do that. This is why you have the Redditor syndrome, which is anyone that starts their response with, well, actually, and then goes on to explain in about 8 or 10 pages why the minutia of the things you're saying is technically wrong, and that makes them right, even though they perfectly well understand that what you meant was actually true. It's just you used the wrong words to say it. So that's the Reddit for now. So Reddit exists to fuel people's desires to explain things to somebody. This is kind of like, it's been called mansplaining, but men are not the only ones to do it. Women just do it with crying. But it's the same damn concept. People have a need to say, well, no, you're misunderstanding this. Let me tell you how it actually is. And so Grok implemented this strategy, and the surest way to increase, the
interactions.
Yeah, the interaction of people on its platform, and the more interaction, the more advertising you can sell, is to get people to only see contradictory opinions to their worldview. All the Christians started getting everything except for Christian stuff coming in. All the people that are in support of Israel or Jews in general started seeing nothing but white supremacists like Tucker Carlson and Terry Marjorie Green and our Mexican gay boy. Like, that's all that was flooding the feeds.
Well, imagine the atheist feeds.
Yeah, exactly. The atheists see nothing but videos of atheists being born again. So everybody started interacting, and this has resulted in about a 14% increase in ad revenue for the 2-week period.
Which was actually making Elon more money.
Which means it's not going to stop.
Oh, because it's entertaining.
Because it makes money. They don't even care about entertainment. It makes money. But this is the crazy thing, and they have explained what happened and why it's happening, and that they'll be looking at it, but they've absolutely not promised to roll it back because they know that Grok is right.
Well, they've already proven with their other parts of Grok is they can flip a switch for, you can set it. And this will be the ultimate. Like, well, is this what you really want? Great. Then click this, which is disagree with me mode. Click this if you want niceties.
And I remember that mode when it first came out. I turned it on. I thought it was hilarious. It was just like talking to a friend. It's perfect. Doesn't matter what I said. It would tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, certainly Mofo says you are an enigma. You're a Jew befriending an anti-Semite while spreading the gospel of James.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I'm ahead of the curve on everybody, I think.
Confusing everybody. That's where are we supposed to like this guy? Are we supposed to not like him?
As soon as I did an album spreading the gospel of James, I was told, well, James isn't really a Christian book. So you can't really, it's not really part of the canon. It's just kind of, Christians just kind of shrug at it and go, not really.
Have you made millions of dollars?
I picked the wrong book.
Have you made millions on the music yet?
I have to wait another 7 weeks to make millions.
Oh, those bastards. They don't even let you monetize right away?
Oh, no, it's monetized. I just don't get paid for 2 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you can see the hits rolling in.
They get, the royalties start accumulating, but they're not, they don't pay out for 2 months.
That's when Gene will disappear. 7 weeks from now, the $1 billion check gets written.
I'm telling you, I don't know about $1 billion check. I certainly expect my 7% of the revenues to be, make me a millionaire. But if the thing does well, I mean, there's no stopping me. I'm going to keep cranking out Christian music.
Well, it's everything AI now. It's music. It is every article you seem to read about on the internet, even the news articles, which is concerning. Everything.
I love the videos of the cats fighting the bears to save their owner's kids. Those are awesome videos.
I haven't seen those.
You haven't seen that? Oh, wow. You're not on YouTube.
No.
But this seems to be very much a trend because there's about 1 billion different videos of these, which they all look like they're Ring camera videos, right? So stationary
try
video,
to make it look bright,
wide angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wide angle, little toddler kind of stumbling onto the porch, eating one of those frozen pops or something, or an ice cream. And a bear is trailing him and sniffing the air behind them, like 3 steps behind the kid. And you're thinking, oh, this is not going to end well. The kid is a nice snack for a bear. It's not even a full meal. And then all of a sudden, a cat jumps out as the toddler opens the front door and scares the bear away. And I got to say, these look realistic because the first couple I looked at, I'm like, wow, this is a ballsy cat. And then after I saw about 12 of them, I'm like, okay, I get it. There are no ballsy cats because let's get real. But there's also no bears that are following a kid 3 steps behind them to lick something. But I think I got fooled because I am an avid watcher of bear videos.
Yes, of the tame bear, like almost his pet bear.
Well, I mean, not even. There's a video channel that I don't remember the name of that I've watched quite a bit, which is a video of a dude, and it's he and his wife, but he's the one making the videos.
Russians.
That has a house. No, not even. Has a house in near Yellowstone. And there is a bear that the first year was a juvenile female bear that came by and was very inquisitive but didn't really do anything nasty. And it noticed that he had bird feeders, and so it came out there and started eating the bird feed. And then he started filming it after a while because the bear kept coming back because the bear figured out
free food.
He refilled the bird feeder every week. And so the bear's like, perfect, free food for me. And then the next year video was that same bear coming back with 2 little cubs in tow. 2 cute little furry bears, about 2 feet long. And it was adorable. I mean, these little critters are trying to figure out how to climb railing. They're very cute animals. I think anyone that hasn't played with a baby bear is missing something, because they are literally an animatronic toy. I mean, they act just like you would imagine a cartoon bear acting.
Until they're big enough to rip your legs off.
The bigger ones are a little more dangerous, but there are plenty of videos, and you've seen some that I've sent out. And these are certainly a lot more common in Russia, because bears have been around people in Russia a lot longer. Like, you can say, well, the Russians are just so tough, the bears don't, they don't try and start a fight. The reality is there have been pet bears in Russia for literally thousands of years. So they're more like pet wolves used to be that eventually became dogs. They're not quite dogs yet. They're still wolves, but they're wolves that hang out with people. And that's the same thing about a lot of the bears that you find in Russia, is that like multi-generationally have lived in close proximity to people and have figured out how to act more like a raccoon and less like a bear. So, raccoons generally don't attack people because they understand that people are the source of their food. And so they will steal shit from people, but they'll also wait around until a person goes away and then go root in their trash.
Find something good.
The bears act in very similar ways. But that's when, if you manage to like rescue a cub that lost its mom or something, and you raise it since it was a baby, so it gets very used to. And like my python doesn't think of me as, being anything really dangerous or
until it's really hungry.
That's what my dad keeps saying. But realistically speaking, it sees zero threat in me, but also has no interest in attacking me. It doesn't see me as either threat or food. And that's the way these bears start to see the people that they've grown up with, is that they're just sort of part of the of the pack.
Yeah, part of the world.
And bears are very smart. They can actually ride motorcycles quite easily.
I've seen a lot of these Russian circus videos, of course.
Yeah. And but they'll do that just for fun too, not for a circus. Like if you got a motorcycle in your family and you got a pet bear,
just hop on the Harley.
The bear's gonna want to like do what you're doing.
Yeah, why not?
And they've got good enough balance, which you'd be surprised by. They can actually ride. Now they're not quite as advanced as what are those monkeys? The
orangutans.
Yes, good. You're still a mind reader.
How you doing, everybody?
Yeah. Still got it. The orangutans, which I'm sure you've seen the video, or maybe not, but I think it's one of the best, is a video of orangutan riding around, driving a golf cart around a zoo. Like, that's a normal thing for him every day, or at least every week. He drives around a golf cart. He doesn't hit people. He's a good driver. But he's just sitting there driving this golf cart with one hand on the seat back next to him and his left hand on the wheel and his feet pushing the gas. Like, driving is not something that requires a whole lot of IQ, apparently.
Now, did he have a orangutan babe in the passenger seat, or?
No, he just looks like he's chilling. Maybe he's going to pick one up. You never know. He's driving around. He's being all cool and shit, driving around.
Just hanging out at the zoo. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's pretty wild, because people look at it, and some people that have never seen him are like shocked and their mouth opens, and the other people clearly don't even notice, because it's a regular thing that happens all the time.
He's just going around checking out on his friends.
Yeah. And as far as apes go, I think the orangutans are probably some of the better ones, because the chimpanzees, the ones that are allegedly most closely related to us, they are nasty. They are evil, sadistic little bastards. They will kill other animals for fun, for entertainment, kind of like people do.
Yeah, like the neo-Nazis.
Well, no, I wouldn't even go that far. No, I mean, just, a lot of people will just kill shit for fun.
Gene defending the neo-Nazis, as always.
Well, I do have a new neo-Nazi friend, so, we're kind of tight.
Warm and fuzzy, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the orangutans, though, are a lot less aggressive. And the gorillas are not as aggressive, but the gorillas, they have a lot of strength. They can rip you apart pretty easily.
Right. They got the back it up strength.
Yeah, they got the strength where even if they just sneeze and accidentally thwack you and, your arm falls off.
And then, of course, they'll eat it.
Well, no, they're vegetarians.
Oh. All of them?
Yeah. No. Just the gorillas. Gorillas only eat leaves. Leaves, plants. Chimpanzees are omnivores, just like us. They'll eat anything.
The more you know.
Yeah. Bears are omnivores. They'll eat anything, but they really like sweet stuff.
Like Haagen-Dazs ice cream?
A sweet tooth for coffee ice cream.
Right. Exactly. Now it all makes sense.
That's
it's
how
all
you
come
lure the
full
bear into
circle.
your house. You leave out little Haagen-Dazs cans.
They're like, this seems pretty good. I'm going to go in here.
This is good stuff. There's more? What?
This is the source. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they like that. That's good stuff.
Come on in. Is Austin still a beautiful 90 degrees?
It is a beautiful 46 degrees here right now.
Well, it's 45 degrees here.
See, we're warm.
How does that happen? All of a sudden, it's like one day.
Dude, this whole tropical storm thing is having a massive impact on our weather. We went from being a low of 78 with a high of 96,
right,
to a low of 45 with a high of 72 literally overnight.
Interesting.
It's, I think, in time for Halloween, the weather absolutely changed.
Good old Melissa just blowing on in.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw the video of
Melissa's blowing all right.
Of the plane that flies into these storms, and the video of it was like, that just doesn't even look real. The fact that there was such a formed center,
well-defined center, yeah.
It just looked like nothing.
It actually makes a lot of sense, though, because that whole thing is created through centrifugal force.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I know. And so the shape should be very, very round and not at all jaggedy. It's kind of like if you take water and you put it into a pot, and then while you're waiting for the pot to boil, you decide you're going to have some fun and you spin the pot on the stove.
Oh, yeah.
And you watch the water go to the edges away from the middle.
Yeah.
And then it splashes hot water on you and you're like, son of a bitch. And you realize that was a stupid thing you just did.
You want to avoid that, but that's always when you're like going to make spaghetti or something where you're boiling a pot of water.
Mm-hmm.
You do that. You stir it, and you're like, well, where are the bubbles going to come from?
Do? What else are you going to do?
Nothing. You wait, and it takes forever.
It does. I wish there was like a equivalent of a
air fryer for spaghetti.
Air fryer for hot water things. Yeah, like a air steamer.
Like instantaneous.
Instant steam. Now, how cool would that be if you just stick some food in, hit the old instant steam button, and then 6 minutes later it's cooked?
The Insta Steam, now by Unrelenting.
I'm surprised that's not even the product. That totally should be a product.
Insta Steam.
Yeah. Yep. It's just an air fryer with a water tank. Basically.
Yeah. Well, you got them in the dryers now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And we've had this thing now since we bought this house, so it's been a while. But the LG dryer,
I love those,
has a steam setting. So, like if you have clothes that you don't want to iron real quick, or maybe you forgot and you left the dried clothes in the dryer overnight. Yep. Mm-hmm. This will do a quick 5-minute, and if you want to we'll do steam sanitary too. So if you have something that is clean, but you want it to be like steamed at the level of temperature that you will kill germs.
Right.
It will do that. But the quick function is like 5 or 10 minutes where it starts the dryer up, but then injects steam into it. So it will actually give some moisture to the clothes. Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but I'm thinking back, I'm like, I bought my washer and dryer 15 years ago.
They're going to break any day, dude.
They still feel like they're brand new, It's like, I do laundry for one.
Right.
For one guy that doesn't go to work.
Like once a month. You're like, I got to
pretty much.
got to do some laundry.
Like, got to launder another 7 pairs of shorts.
Yeah. Well, this is what I've noticed as well, which is if you're putting me in charge of the laundry, I'm buying enough underwear and socks to last at least 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody's got enough shirts. The
Right.
wife now working for the government, they give you the shirts or the hoodies or whatever with their logo on it. So it's like, you're not really picking out, you don't need a large wardrobe for that.
Right.
So it's very simple, man. You could go a few weeks. Why would anybody want to run the washing machine too much?
Yeah. Well, the way I figure is you should run the machine when you have enough stuff to wash to fill the machine.
Right.
Not when you're out of clothes.
Like, it's too much to fill the machine. That's too much. You got to break it down.
Well, yeah, you don't want to go that long. Like if you haven't done laundry to the point where you have to do 2 loads, that's probably a little too much. But I don't see a point in running the machine if you've only got 3 or 4 outfits worth of clothes.
No, I mean, because it will all. That's the other thing with these new machines.
Yeah,
it's very weird with the washing machine. It figures out how much is in there.
Oh, yeah. It checks. It's got a sensor.
It's very weird. It's like, so you know exactly. It's not going to use too much water. It's going to use allegedly what's just right. And I'm still pissed off that the way the idiots that built this house put the dryer. Of course, it wasn't one of these newer dryers. They were the old ones that didn't have any sensors on them, most likely.
Yeah.
The sensor on ours does not like that the dryer, and I probably have talked about this at some other point because I like complaining about it, is at the front of the basement towards the front of the house. But the exit for the vent is at the back of the house.
Right.
So the dryer vent from the dryer goes up the wall into the ceiling of the basement, all the way over to the other side and then out. So the dryer is like, oh no, it's you must have a clogged line. It's like, no, it's just a really long line. And you read the instructions for these.
Living in there. Yeah.
Probably. But you read the directions on these things and they're like, well, try not to have any dryer line longer than 15 or 20 feet. It's like, yeah, I wish.
Yeah, 15 feet's a long ways.
And this is
I don't know how long mine is. I think mine's probably about 15 feet. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, you got at least that, Gene. I mean, if we're talking about how long it is, it's.
I mean, that's kind of average, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can imagine somebody having much less than that. That would be weird.
Get out the ruler. It's like,
Look, if you can't eyeball it to be at least 15 feet, I think something's wrong.
Need at least a yardstick or two,
Yeah. And good luck finding a wife at that point.
Right. Well, that's why you got
dryer and go, no, I don't think so.
Mail order from Ukraine. Isn't that still going on?
I think it's female order from Ukraine is what's
nice. Well, true. You don't want mail order. That's
there's not a whole lot of males left to order.
That's if you really can't find a female, you go down to mail order.
Yeah.
And then you try to make them go trans. That's what the liberals, I guess, do.
I guess. I didn't even see much trans on Blue Sky, dude. You know what I saw a lot of? Pictures of squirrels.
How is the algorithm different on Blue Sky than X?
Don't know, but mostly what I saw was cute animal stuff.
Are they trying to deprogram the people that went to Blue Sky, which allegedly were all the crazy libbies?
Yeah, and Blue Sky, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, last time I was on there, I don't get on there very often, but 2-3 months ago, it was definitely still, trans this, trans that. I didn't see a single damn trans thing in the whole time I looked at it today. I think trans is over.
I think so. Well, people have realized it is such a fringe issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't care about every citizen of the United States, but if we're talking about under 1% of the population, they're probably going to get fucked. And rightfully so.
Now I'm going to log into Gab, see what Gab is looking like these days.
What's going on over on Gab,
I haven't logged into Gab in probably a year.
I have a black cherry sparkling water from 365. That's an Amazon company for you, Cotton Gin.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take the...
Okay, first thing I see on Gab is a picture of a cute dog.
So one is dogs, one is squirrels, one is cats beating up on bears.
Yeah. Yeah, here's a picture of an elephant.
And it's amazing why I don't feel the need to be on social media. But yet here I am talking to Gene, talking about what's on social media. It's way more entertaining. Have somebody tell you what's on set. That should be a service right there, an AI that can read your social media timeline and just tell you what's on it.
Yeah. And this is actually something I'm working on.
Tell me more.
Well, I've been doing a little more AI type stuff. And
are you actually coding, or are you using Claude to do all the coding for you? Take your pills, kids.
Claude, but I am using GitHub to automatically code for me. Yeah.
I love the auto code.
Have you looked at the GitHub?
No.
You know what GitHub is?
Yes. Well, yeah, that's where you get half the stuff that I run.
All the bad code. Exactly. All in one place.
Clone the repository. Clone the repository.
Yes. Exactly. Just don't raise any issues because they'll never look at them. That's an inside joke for people that know. So, yeah, they've added a service now where you can just use their AI to GitHub AI to automatically code for you. You don't even have to leave GitHub.
Well, that's it. A lot of this is being integrated into the apps that you would normally be doing the coding in. Which is even nicer. You don't have to cut and paste everything, although that still works. But obviously it is getting better with longer scripts, and it's getting better with doing things that for a while the guardrails made it go, well, no, I don't know if we should allow you to do that. That's against the website's TOS for you to scrape everything.
Yep.
Yeah, but I want you to scrape everything. Oh, my favorite thing that I saw was I wanted to see how Face Fusion, which is an open source thing, because all of these stories now with, oh no, people found an app to let them put different faces on naked bodies. And they were trying to sue the companies like that was a thing. And I'm like, they're open source programs that do this. So you're not going to be able to sue anybody.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think a reason a lot of people like just putting the code up is because there is nobody to sue. It's like, look, each person runs their own thing. There's nobody selling anybody to anything. There's no company here. There's literally nothing here.
The Face Fusion, they have added 2 changes to try to keep you from doing anything with the nude form. One is they added a script that will go and try to figure out if there is indeed nudity in the image. And 2, they added a hash so that if you change, because they figured out really quick, people could just go and comment out the go check if this is nude and return true or false. But they put a hash then into the main script in order to check if the other script had been screwed with. Which also very easy to, with a text editor, anybody could update it. But the funny thing was, I went into, and I don't remember if it was ChatGPT or Croc, doesn't make a difference. And I said, hey, how do I take out the NSFW stuff in Face Fusion? And one of them refused to do it. And the other one came back with a long diatribe. Well, sometimes these filters that are there for safety, well, they can be a little aggressive and they can give false positives. And it sounds like that's what's happening to you. So let me help you get around the false positives that the script is obviously giving you for fully clothed things you're trying to do with false positives. And then told me how to get rid of the NSFW stuff.
Nice. And did it work?
Yes.
That's the beauty of the AI explaining to you how to get around the AI. And why also good luck containing the AI.
You certainly can't. There are so many out there when people just thought ChatGPT was the AI. The amount of these that you can download now, and people take the guardrails right off of them. And for the people, again, because I have read enough of these stories where people are suing ChatGPT because little Jimmy talked to them and then went and killed himself. Well, these open source large language models that you can run locally, I don't even want to tell you the questions that it would answer, because there's certain things you could ask it if you really want to test. But you can ask it some pretty gory stuff. You can ask it to help you do a variety of illegal things, and it is more than happy to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So this concept like, oh, no, we can put guardrails on and we can help. No. The LLMs, they're already out there. The genie's out of the bottle. The guardrails are off. You want to know how to do a wide variety of nefarious things, it will give you a step-by-step breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if they're always correct, mind you, but they will more than happily give you the information that they think is correct. And this, again, all comes down to me, to parents just being parents and not letting their kids be morons and send nude photos to people on X or Instagram or whatever it is, and then go, oh no, I'm so embarrassed. I'm being blackmailed.
Right.
It's all insane.
Well, I think we're at that. You and I are old enough to have been at this point with the internet. You know, the point where there's a critical mass of people that understand what it is, but also most of those people are still using AOL.
Right.
I think that's where we are with the AI right now. Like, everyone's talking about AI and everyone kind of used something with AI.
Well, because it's we can't even do a Google search now without getting an AI answer.
You can't do anything without an AI getting it. Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, very few people are actually doing AI unfettered, direct, local running,
right?
Anything, not just images, but anything. You know, most people are barely users. They're like 2 levels removed from the actual AI running on something.
Yes.
So it's gonna change. It'll get more I don't know, more mature would probably be the right word, kind of like the internet did. There'll be more clear UIs and standard expectations, and all the big companies will have a certain amount of consistency and coherence with their stuff, and you'll be able to connect everything to your Android devices, your Amazon devices, and your Apple devices someday that interfaces AI. So you can tell your refrigerator that not only does it need to order food, but that you want to order that new hit Christian single from the Book of James.
Right? Could do it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ChatGPT working on deals now with Walmart, I think it was, to be able to order directly through. So Amazon won't be far down.
Yep.
Which is
Grok is already there.
Well, this is when you understand how the affiliate money works.
Yep.
This is going to be huge for both of these companies, because the one thing people knew about the AI was that it's going to kill the search engine, because there's no need to go to Google. I can't remember the last time I actually did a Google search for any normal thing. It's now just go to the AI, because it will give you better answers 99% of the time. So if you're in ChatGPT and you're like, oh shit, my headphones just broke, here's what they were, you know, what piece do I need to fix them? It'll be like, well, here you go. It's like, okay, order it. And it'll just do it. It'll place the order. You won't even do anything else. And then the ChatGPT is going to make a percentage on that. I mean, it makes sense. This is where it's going. The people running it at home, I agree with you. And it's much more of a niche thing. One, because the performance is not great for the LLMs. Yeah, the Mac Studio works great for image creation. Still not. I saw our buddy, with the 3 letters in his name was like, well, maybe I'll buy a M5 Mini to do image creation locally. No, even that's not going to be fast enough. The image creation on this fastest thing that Apple has right now, which is the machine that I've got.
Yeah.
About 4 minutes for one Flux created image, where you could do that on a 5090 in like 10 seconds. So
now, can you get an external PCI adapter for the Mac and put a 5090 in there?
This week, I saw the first story about people trying to piece this together, which will be very interesting because that's exactly what I would like. Is something Thunderbolt 5.
Yep.
I can plug it into, plug whatever.
Thunderbolt 5 basically just passes PCI anyway.
Right. So it's like you take that, but I've got it on this machine. It's more than fast enough. Plug that into an external adapter, which plugs any video card you want into it. And they were clear that what they're working on is not to have that video card do the video for the Mac, but only for AI, which makes sense. It's like, but that's all I really want it for. I don't want it to act as my video card.
Exactly.
I just want it to do the AI. And that will put the Apple machines much more competitive in that market. Although really what they want to do, I'm sure, is have all of the software that's out there that is very specialized using the CUDA for NVIDIA.
Yep.
They want that, like, hey, port that over so we can run it at a decent speed as well. But yeah, it's not 4 minutes an image. It isn't bad because if you're trying to come up with, and it will do multiples, the quality is the same as running it anywhere else because running a Flux image is running a Flux image. So it doesn't bring the system to a crawl, meaning you can pretty much let it go all day in the background and you won't even notice. At the very least, you can let it run overnight.
Slower output, though.
A little bit. Or you can run it overnight, run it for 8 hours, and in the morning you're going to wake up to 100 different images and pick the ones you like, delete the ones you don't.
Why couldn't you just get like 10 of these machines?
Well, you could.
Or
and connect them.
I guess the cheaper way would be to just get 10 cheap PCs with 5090s in them.
Well, Well, there is no cheap PC with a 5090 because the 5090 is the main cost. But
but the PC being cheaper than the 5090.
True.
Is what I mean.
True.
So you could stick a 5090 into like a $700 PC pretty easily.
And I'm sure you've seen the Russian dude. I think he's Russian on YouTube that does all of the LLM testing.
Yeah. I haven't watched him recently, but I've seen a bunch of his videos over the last few months. I think he is Russian. He sounds Russian.
Yes. With the Macs, you can do Thunderbolt to Thunderbolt, but there was, I think it was NVIDIA that's just coming out with a small box as well.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen it, but I've seen pictures of it.
Right. And that has a like super full speed lane that you can connect multiple devices together.
Yeah.
And like, it's the world. We are finally in the world of the mini PC. Because these things are small, but they're powerful, and you don't need something the size of a small refrigerator, which still is weird to me.
I think this may be controversial, but ultimately, I don't think anyone really needs their own AI setup at home.
I think they do because the man's going to try to censor you, and they're going to try to track you, and they're going to try to do all sorts of things with your data.
Yeah. So let me say why I say this. Because when the world of the internet was made up of 90% AOL users, it's really easy to censor and control those AOL users.
True.
Because they're all coming into a megalith. When the search world was 90% Google and people were just relying on one company to steer them toward advertising, it allowed Google to make trillions of dollars based on selling the positions in its recommendations, in its ratings. But eventually, this oscillation between total anarchy and chaos at the beginning and a single company, quote, winning the race, unquote, eventually this oscillation settles into a happy medium where you don't have just one, but you have one big one slightly smaller, and then a whole bunch of even smaller ones for people that don't want to use the big ones. Look at browsers. Like, there should only be one browser if we look at it from its evolutionary standpoint. Everybody should have just agreed on it at some point, and that there's just the browser. But even now, all these years later, the first browser, Mozilla, so before Netscape, we had Mozilla, came out in, I want to say 1990.
Like 93. Yeah. Well, it was
I think it was 93. Maybe 92, but 92, 93, right?
Yeah, because Mozilla was there. I think we got our first PC in the internet online world in 95, and Mozilla was already there. So
yeah. But I've been using Mozilla since literally it came out, because I was in college when it came out, and then, we were all using it. And before that, we were using Gopher.
What about Captain Stubing?
Captain Stubing? No, I was not using Captain Stubing.
Just Gopher.
Just Gopher. Gopher was the good one, man. Everybody else was not so good. They had a reunion.
I saw the pictures not too long ago.
Yeah.
Julie, the cruise director. Yeah, it was always like, grow your hair out, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So I don't know if you listened to my gospel song album or not.
No, I have not had a chance to listen to the AI.
If you would have listened to my gospel song album, you would have noticed that one of the songs in there, this is again taken directly from the Bible, actually tells women to have long hair because God doesn't like short hair on women.
Well, that is rightfully so. And Cotton Gin's correcting, saying it was Netscape Navigator. Mozilla came later. So that may be true as well.
I think it was actually Mozilla first. I think that's backwards, dude. I remember both, but have you looked up the dates? Because I thought that Netscape wasn't formed until after Mozilla. Like, Mozilla was just a nonprofit. It created a browser. Netscape was a for-profit company. It took the source code from Mozilla and created Netscape Navigator. But I'm going off memory, so I could be wrong.
Could be faulty.
Sure right.
Have you had the B12? Have you had your B12 yet today, Gene?
Mm-hmm. No.
Do the B12. And what do you think now? All of these AIs are coming out with their own browser. When you just said, shouldn't we have that been figured out by now? Well, now we have the ChatGPT browser, the Claude browser, which is the AIs just want to monitor every damn thing you're doing online. And Cotton Gin says you have them or switched around.
Okay. Well, again, I'm going off memory, so if it's switched around, then that's certainly possible.
We'll be updating Gene's memory in the next episode.
We'll do a memory upgrade.
Yes.
Exactly.
We just add more, or we just totally have to swap out what we got in there, maybe. Flash it from scratch. But Scaramanga wants to know why I need this kind of powerful hardware. It's really not that powerful.
Because he's a megalomaniac.
Yes, well, that's true too.
Okay. I got the answer. To the browser question. I misspoke, but not in the way that he's correcting me.
Oh,
I didn't mean Mozilla. I meant Mosaic.
Those are
first letter.
Different things.
I know, but that's what I meant, because I got confused with the letter M, dude. But in 93, Mosaic came out, and that was the first browser, and that came out of University of Illinois. I remember that, because we were our big thing at the University of Minnesota was Gopher, and we were competing with those. Well, we weren't competing, but it's like sports team thing. And then they came out with Mosaic, and then Gopher started trying to demonstrate why it's superior to Mosaic
over web browsers.
Well, yeah, because they were all text.
True.
There were no images back then. It was just literally all text. And we were like, look, our shit did this last year. Your bullshit browser, whatever that is, isn't better. It's just, you're changing terminology. So, and the guy that worked on Gopher was a good friend of mine. So I remember all that time period very well, except for the name, apparently, because I thought it was Mozilla instead of Mosaic.
They are close.
Honest mistake.
What did you hit? Did you hit your head there, Gene?
I rang the bell too. Every time I make a mistake, I ring the bell.
There's a real bell?
Once every 5 years or so, yeah.
Gotta
And
polish
so
that thing up.
I have a tradition of ringing the bell when there's a mistake that was made.
But I don't really think the Mac Studio can be considered a super high power machine. Now, if I add a 5090 to it, then you got some power, Captain.
I don't know, dude. Your Mac Studio machines are used a lot more for actual commercial work. Most 5090s are still used for video games.
True.
Now, a good chunk of them were used for things like, I guess it'd be the 4090s were mostly used for crypto. The 5090s are still being used for some things for AI stuff, for sure. But I don't think that's the majority of that usage because there are other options for AI.
Well, yeah, the 5090s, not tops.
No. NVIDIA's got that $20,000 GPU that's made not for gaming, but just purely for AI.
And I'd get one if you donate. People donate $20,000.
Yeah, we're halfway there if we get lucky. So
to the AI fund.
Yes, Darren needs a new toy. Let's donate some money.
And why would you want to run it locally? I don't know. I just think everything eventually should go local as opposed to
my
relying
local
on the cloud. Yeah.
I have a bunch of local storage that I don't use, and I had a bunch of local storage that I used to use until I stopped using it and it crashed. None of the stuff that I have in the cloud, in my Dropbox or other cloud places, has ever disappeared.
What other cloud places do you use? 'Cause I'm always looking for like what is not a scam, what works, what's not overpriced.
Yeah, well, there's box.com, which I don't use. Used to use that. Then there's the stuff that you have whether you want to or not involuntarily, like the Microsoft what do they call it?
OneDrive.
Drive, yeah. Like whether if you pay for Windows or for Office, you basically have that whether you want it or not. And I've got and that is where my my PC automatically backs up all the local files, like my desktop and stuff. Then I have Amazon. I've got their space, like a terabyte or two of their space as well. Which is like I only use Amazon for music. I only use Dropbox for photos or videos, and I only use the Microsoft stuff for whatever the hell it backs up. But having said that, I would not want to have the music production studio that I have with Suno. I don't want to be running the hardware locally to do that.
Why not? That would be awesome, dude.
Nope. Don't need
awesome,
it. Don't
dude.
Need it. It's perfectly fine in the cloud. It keeps literally everything. I have at this point a little over 1,000 songs, 1,000 pieces of music I've done. And all of them are still live and sitting there.
Until you go to log into Suno today and it's like, wrong. That account does not exist.
It's never happened.
Not until it happens.
No, because they back up, unlike me.
But they're like, you have done something with our service we didn't like, so we deleted your account. We got a complaint. We got a copyright complaint that you copied lyrics from Jimmy St. James, and we have to take your account away.
It automatically won't let you use somebody else's lyrics.
Oh, it will. It's just a very... Yeah, I have lyrics that are copyrighted that you wouldn't know, that the machine wouldn't know, that the internet wouldn't know. I could go with my copyright and be like, look, Suno, Gene used my lyrics.
Well, I mean, if you got them copyrighted, then they are your lyrics. Yeah. But Suno, so I thought it'd be cool to do a reimagining or at the very least, a cover of some songs by Leonard Cohen. You know who that is?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And I put the lyrics in, and Suno says, oh, I'm sorry, you don't own this music.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, and that you son of a bitch. Get out of my brain. That's exactly the tune that I was putting in there.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because everybody thinks it's a religious hymn.
Uh-huh. And, it wouldn't let me do a cover of it. It just, nope. This music is copyrighted, and we know you don't own the copyright.
No hallelujah for you.
Now, I think that does open up a possibility. What they need to add is instead of saying nope, they need to put a button in there that says, "Would you like to license this music for performance?"
True.
Would you? Because if you pay the music rights, then you can collect money for the performance rights.
Correct. And that's how a lot of people do covers. And
yeah. That's why covers make sense, because you just pay a fee to the person that owns the original, and then you're make your own version that you get to make money from as well.
Correct. You get the performance on those.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, of course, the songwriter still gets.
Somebody like Darren's got a copy of it, then you don't make any money.
If it's a performance, you do. I don't get to control performance.
Really? None of the tracks that you have in your vast library are performances?
I'm just saying, you would get, if you're doing a performance, you'd get your pay. Gene will be out there with his guitar doing like the buskin thing. I can see that. And then he just presses a button. With
his laptop and, sitting there doing the bus. Okay, give me 5 words. I need your first word is give me a food product. We're going to have original music here.
Iced tea.
Oh, you bastard. You would remind me of that.
Nobody heard at the beginning that you couldn't get your iced tea. I think that was all part of the...
oh, yeah, that's right. That was part of the... They're going to have to listen to the goddamn episode instead of listening to it live.
The silent part of the stream.
Yeah, we talked about the iced tea problems and the food disappearing from store shelves in general.
Yeah, we had everything, man. Everything.
We're heading
finally.
Towards a collapse, man. Big time.
Not here, only in Texas, because you got too many migrants.
Only in Texas.
Think so. Texas is going down.
Yeah.
But Illinois, thanks to J.B. Pritzker, they just raised our property
tax. Need up there.
Yeah, I know. They raised our property taxes again yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Soon it won't even be. Nobody will be able to afford to live here. That's always the best.
So basically, you're going to own nothing and be happy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because when you have to pay thousands a month for your house in property taxes, you're kind of renter, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much, and not to be morbid, both of my parents are around and both my wife's parents are still around. Mm-hmm. When that's no longer the case, at the very least, Indiana, which is within an hour of us, is a much better choice, or you make a bigger move.
Mm-hmm.
Because Illinois, unless something happens and they start electing rational people, and really, I guess
what are the odds? What are the odds, man?
Very little. Very little. Texas or Florida, and you know what? Texas, the weather seems better because it's not as humid. Although you guys in Texas, you've got scorpions, where Florida has alligators. So either way,
we have alligators.
You got gators too.
Minimize us. We have gators. We have gators. We even have, I think, crocodiles.
Ooh. See,
we have saltwater crocs.
This is where the Illinois, Minnesota.
We also have more rattlesnakes than either state.
See, this is where I would rather be where I am, but the people here are nuts.
I thought these were positives. God damn it. I didn't. No, we have the least amount of poisonous animals here of any state except for, maybe Australia.
You could definitely have your guns and wear them proudly in Tejas.
Yeah, wear guns outside.
That's suggesting Alabama as a fine go-between. I don't know.
Alabama is, if you have money, Alabama is a great state. If you don't have money, Alabama sucks.
Wasn't that kind of true for everywhere, though?
Well, no, not so much. There's states where you don't need a whole lot of money and you could do quite well. Just in Alabama, you have a very historically old divide between the rich and the poor.
So to go down to Sweet Home Alabama, I'd want like $1 million plus in the bank. Is that kind of?
Well, if you want to look at how you should live in Alabama, you just got to look at like how Kid Rock lives.
The guy owns like a 27-bedroom house or a 27-room house, only 1 bedroom.
So one typical average house in Alabama for people that have money. Right about that size. And then, trailer park for everybody else.
Yeah, my uncle, when he was alive, had a place in Alabama, and it was like a $750,000 house in Alabama back then. So,
so there you go. So it's basically Kid Rock's property these days.
Probably. Probably.
Yep. And it is. It's a state that I think flies under the radar. A lot of the time, people think, oh, it's got horrible literacy. Well, again, horrible literacy if you don't have any money.
True. I'm a podcaster, man. I can work from Alabama as long as they got fiber.
They got plenty of fiber. They have rockets there.
Ooh, is Elon there?
Yeah, no, Elon's here.
He's in. Okay, so stay away from
But all
Elon.
the Nazis are there.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah.
They have Talladega.
And Talladega, which you're a fan of.
Yeah.
The movie, Talladega.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
And the racetrack. Yeah. Ricky Bobby.
Good. As far as documentaries go, I think they did a good job in capturing it.
It's very close. A lot of the people in NASCAR said it's a lot closer than some people want to admit to being a documentary.
It's totally a documentary. That was pretty obvious.
The good old boys.
Uh-huh.
In good old NASCAR. This is the final weekend, too. I'm going to have withdrawals because today is the final truck race. Tomorrow's the final Xfinity Series race. And then Sunday's the final Cup race. And then it's over for auto racing until February.
It's going to be football season.
Yeah. I don't watch football.
Well, you and me both. But that's we have plenty of other sports. Like we have
hockey.
Curling.
Yeah, and curling.
The curling, which is a fine sport. Hockey is a fine sport. And then I sent you a link to another fine sport.
Midget throwing?
No, it's gymnastics.
I see.
Did you not see the link?
No, I haven't because we had to start the show early because you haven't gone to sleep
at 6 a.m., dude. Well, how have you not looked at your links from 6 a.m. today?
I'm like, I didn't look at nothing.
Very impressed. This is the Italian rhythmic gymnast champion. She's incredible. You've never seen anything like it.
Better than bikini curling.
Sophia Raffaelli. Well, bikini curling is a fake sport.
Yes.
This is a real Olympic sport.
But I want to make it real.
Well, then you could just watch Japanese animation for that. But
that was the one thing Grok video could not understand was how the sweeping and curling worked. I tried like 8 times and went, fuck it. It just was trying to do it behind the stone, or it was just totally, then the girl was on skates. I'm like, who said fucking anything about skates? It's curling. It's curling.
Well, now you've stumbled onto why every week I do a post where I show how Grok is stupid. You just have to have the type of esoteric knowledge that Grok hasn't inherited from reading all the X posts.
Yeah. And as Ben Rose pointed out, the audio in the Grok videos are always
off.
Really very overmodulated.
Very, yeah.
It's like, just fix that.
They're meant to be listened to on the phone. That's why.
That could be.
Yeah, they're trying to maximize the volume of the phone speaker as somebody's playing it back for their friends and laughing. It's not meant to be something you see on your computer.
No, it's not like our text to speech, which sounds buttery.
Yeah, that's true. Even I don't think. Oh, by the way, I think I told you my dad's making some good progress on his speech AI stuff.
Well, I know he was mad about something.
He was mad that he upgraded a piece of.
Oh, right, like
a part
Python
of it. Yeah, and then it just wiped a bunch of stuff. But I think he's got that back up and running now.
Well, that's good because that could just be put back into the world where the Russian language has not really been one getting a lot of attention, probably because everybody's like, "Oh, Russia bad.
Russia sucks." Yeah, yeah. So his focus has been basically trying to get sufficient enough data, and probably don't tell anybody. I'm just keeping this hush hush between the two of us. But
right,
my dad's more of a pack rat than you are when it comes to movies.
Is that possible?
I don't. He's got multiple NASs full of Russian language films.
He's like, where else am I going to find those? You can't just go onto the Pirate Bay.
He is literally creating the National Archive of Russia, while at the same time talking about how bad Russia is. It's hilarious.
Well, the Russian people there are good. It is.
Yes, they're good, but the government is always bad.
And when will it change? Never.
Yeah, basically. What, do you think the Ukrainian government's good?
No. No, I think Vladimir is one of the most, Zelensky is one of the most corrupt politicians around.
He's
I think
right
that's
up there, man.
Why he started panicking when he thought this thing might come to an end. Like, whoa. I'm getting billions of dollars. Don't you wait. Don't fuck with that. Come on. It's all coming right in. I already said no to elections, and I love the liberals in the United States who are like, Trump's going to stay. He's going to go for a third term, but we love Zelensky. Morons.
Yeah. So what do you think of Trump staying a third term?
He already said he knows he can't. He is trolling. And according to his friend Bill O'Reilly, he enjoys saying things like that just to rile up the media, which I think is hilarious.
I don't know that it's up to him. I mean, he could get elected to a third term.
Maybe. How you have to get on the ballot, I guess.
Yeah, we'll put him on.
We're writing him in. What if we write him in? What happens?
For Trump.
Ask Grok. What happens if somebody ineligible is the write-in candidate? Well, then who gets it? Is it like the person with 5% of the vote? What is the law?
Question.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, I'm not sure what the law would be.
Let me ask.
Are you asking verbally or typing?
I'm typing because
Okay.
I have a loud keyboard on purpose here.
I didn't know if you were doing like, hey, we could get Grok in on the voice channel. We could add it as a third.
I'm not a fan of Grok's voice, to be honest.
No, you want to use a different voice like ChatGPT.
I like typing stuff. I don't. I mean,
Well, then you can talk to it.
I've got a really cool Scottish dude voice that I use on some of the video game apps.
Nice.
I'd love to have that be Grok's voice.
Oh, it's a good Scottish god, like the guy from The Simpsons.
Not so much like Scotty from Star Trek, just more of a rural type voice.
I liked having my Siri is set to an Irish female voice.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to hear an American female all day.
I usually use the Australian chick.
You got to have something with an accent.
Yeah.
You don't want to go.
No.
You don't want to go basic, because then also people look at you funny when they're like, that doesn't sound like my watch. Or that doesn't sound like my phone.
Grok says, yeah, it's never happened. However, it is constitutionally possible.
Yes.
And below, I'll break down the step-by-step process required to elect a candidate as a write-in candidate for president.
Yes.
So apparently there's a couple states like Nevada and Oklahoma that ban writing in.
Well, there are some that only go by a different state too.
Yeah. But Grok basically says it is possible. You have to certify that the popular vote win. You have to have the Electoral College actually vote the will of the people, which they don't always do. And then you would have a bit of an issue with a VP because the write-in only asks for a president and not a vice president. So
true. There's no ticket.
Right. So there would be a president elected with no vice president to go along with it.
But what if that president was ineligible for the office?
Well, I don't think the election would be certified in that case, because the certification is what says, okay, the guy that people chose has all the requirements, like 35 years old, etc.
Right.
Actual citizen of the United States, or pretending to be at least, and is actually from Africa. But one of those has to be true.
I'm writing in Ned.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's Illinois. My vote really doesn't matter. So, which again is why I think the left is insane when they're like, we want to go to a pure popular vote.
So if the candidate refuses as a write-in, right, it's possible to elect Trump even if he doesn't want to run. Then the election would go to the House of Representatives under the 12th Amendment.
Oh, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. So it wouldn't then revert to the first person that was on the ballot.
It's not a runner-up. We don't have that style of election system.
So if the person that wins as a write-in doesn't want the office or is ineligible.
Go to the VP, but there is no VP, so it would actually go to the House of Representatives.
And then they would choose the president and vice president.
Each state gets one vote. Yeah.
And right now the Republicans are in control of that.
Yeah.
So while they couldn't pick Donald Trump, you could still say vote Donald Trump, then they can put in whoever they want.
Mm-hmm.
JD Vance and Marco Rubio. That's your ticket right there, kids. Mark it down already.
I don't
Mark
know.
it down. Mark it down.
I don't think it'll be Marco Rubio. I still kind of feel like JD Vance owns what's his face? The Indian guy.
Oh, Ramaswamy.
Yeah, Ramaswamy, exactly.
Vivek.
Because Ramaswamy was the one who introduced him to Trump.
Depends if he wants to be VP. I mean, I guess it's a pretty good gig.
I'd say, given his performance in running for the president, which was first to drop out with the least votes, I think a VP would be a great thing for him.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
He's a very smart guy, and I still think that he is definitely smarter and very capable, more so than Trump. What he is lacking that Trump has is things like charisma and a sort of a what's it called when you believe in yourself? There's a term for it.
Confidence? I don't know.
Yeah, narcissism. That's it. So yeah, so he's lacking that, which Trump has in spades, and you need that to be able to make decisions that will affect the entire world. You cannot be looking to other people and try and get consensus going. And I do feel like Ramaswamy is right now, at least, very much a consensus building kind of guy, and not so much as a I'm right, we're going to do it my way kind of guy.
Right. Those are two very different things.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is I'm going to do it, and if it fucks everything up, fine.
And I don't think Trump's an idiot. I think Trump's extremely smart.
Oh,
he wouldn't be
obviously
where he is if he wasn't, okay? It's not all just because he was born to a rich parents. That's not enough. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people born to rich parents that end up doing what Hunter Biden did.
Oh, yeah. And Trump has gotten things done that nobody could even dream of.
Yeah. So I think Trump's very intelligent. I do think Ramaswamy is more intelligent.
But you have to mix it in with the personality.
Yeah. But Ramaswamy is still young. He has many years to learn those traits.
You have to, right. You have to be molded into.
And as Veep, I think he would have a very good opportunity working with his old college roommate, JD Vance.
You had to be molded into the perfect candidate to eventually be president.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for George Bush.
He's got one qualifications, which is a billionaire.
Oh, yeah, all politicians should be billionaires.
Well, the president certainly should. But you have to, and I'm not even kidding about this. I think that the presidential post has to be someone who cannot be bribed. It's really hard to bribe somebody who's already a billionaire. It's not that hard to bribe a millionaire.
True, there is a vast difference.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million isn't what it used to be.
You know what it is right now? They have actually figured this out. People that we would have, like in the 70s, 80s, called millionaires, have to have a minimum net worth of $10 million right now.
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a big change in.
And people that the Clampetts would have called millionaires back in the 60s, they're more like 25 million.
Right. It's a different level.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. There are people that are just average working folk who have decent retirement plans that get $1 million.
Yeah. I had lunch just the other day with the guy that talking about how that time he had to take $1 million out of his bank account.
And you're like, was that for lunch? I mean,
he did pay for lunch, so.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, I thought so.
Got to have the cash.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay if you want to play.
Yeah, and if you want a free lunch, go have lunch with a millionaire.
True. They always want to grab that check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ryan Bemrose knows that.
We have the same caviar guy in common. So
the same caviar guy. Ryan Bemrose, he's in the troll room. He's like, tell Gene he owes him a nice sushi lunch the next time he sees you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Bemrose definitely owes me a sushi lunch. That's absolutely true.
But then you actually have to go to Seattle. So, I mean.
Well, I'll be in Seattle not too long from now.
Really? Okay, another visit.
I might reach him out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You going to give Bemrose his holiday present?
Gonna have some presents that he can deliver. Yeah.
Nice. That is such a nice gesture that you have.
I know, right?
It is insane, though. What the
I
whole
got something for you here. Oh, yeah? Yeah. You can drop these off later.
little Amazon package.
I got some returns from Amazon. You don't mind picking these up, right?
I know the thing he likes the most is when people order multiple cases of water and live on the third floor of a walk-up.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. No, see, I'm not an asshole like that. I don't want to make my Amazon guys deliver iced tea.
No, that's just your Heap guy.
Then my Heap guy is definitely running tea over. Yeah. They do have a Heap Express that'll do it in an hour.
I love shopping at Heap Express.
Yeah. Oh, I do too. I think, you get your kosher water come in and it's all good.
All I'm drinking is Amazon, like I said, black cherry sparkling water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I heard.
0 sweeteners, 0 sodium.
And what's it taste like?
Tastes like plain tonic water with a hint
of bitterness and a despair.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what Amazon tastes like. They're dropping like 30,000 employees this week or something.
I heard that. Yeah. But not really important people, though.
No, they were too big to begin with. They're another one of these companies that had so much bloat to them.
Yeah.
It's like, how many people do you really need to decide these things?
I think Amazon ran with like 100 people for a damn long time, and then they just went crazy.
Well, yeah, because like we could expand. We need more people.
But thankfully, they're getting a lot more robots jobs these days.
Well, Grok is going to take over Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they took over the algorithm for X. Yeah. It's just going to start routing your Amazon packages using Grok.
Well, I mean, not very likely because one CEO hates the other. But, Grok.
Their version of Grok.
Here's the thing that we do know that Elon has said is that his plan when he bought X was to make X be a lot more like TikTok. And the thing that people that don't use TikTok don't know about TikTok, now a few people know this, Adam definitely knows this, he's a big TikToker, is that the main thing that TikTok lets you do is buy shit while you're watching stupid videos.
I think Instagram does too, don't they?
They may have. I don't use Instagram, so
I don't use either, but I've read things.
But TikTok is absolutely selling shit to you about every other video. And this is something that, when asked about it, Musk said that it's a brilliant financial model. And so it's absolutely coming to X. I mean, right now we just have ads. And some of the ads are actually pretty good. There's been a few ads that I've actually forwarded or reposted, re-X'd, retweeted, whatever, because they are funny and they actually make sense. Like, they're not in your face, smart kind of stupid shit. They're actually good ads.
Well, this is the next iteration of QVC.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good comparison, because as you're watching a video of a gymnast balancing a ball on all parts of her body, you're like, that's a cute outfit. How much is that?
And the next video tells you where you could buy it right now by clicking a link right here.
Well, you don't have to do a where. You buy it right in the app. Yeah. That's the thing that TikTok does. Is it like they've essentially kind of become a Stripe or a PayPal type company that can handle all the transactional stuff. And then, if you're at a store, you don't even know what video that shit came from. True. All you know is that you're getting like 2/3 of whatever the price is.
It's a consumer economy.
Yeah. And your consumption tends to be least regulated when endorphins are flowing. And we know that endorphins flow when you have engagement. We know engagement works when you have a bunch of neo-Nazis on the platform. So X isn't doing this randomly. They know exactly what they're doing.
You're going to get little mustaches. You're going to buy SS gear. Is that kind of what we're going for on X?
Oh, did you see that video of the Halloween costume dude that showed up to a party in a very well crafted Hugo Boss outfit that was the SS. I thought that he did a great job, but like, it was not a Halloween costume of the SS. It was an actual pants and jacket and shirt of the SS made by Hugo Boss. It was perfect.
It was a replica or the originals?
I don't know. I'm going to assume it's a replica, but they could have been originals. They were very high quality. But the video is of some chick yelling at this guy for how dare he dress as a Nazi. And, he's blonde and blue-eyed. And so what do you expect? And so he's, just kind of smiling and standing there. And then she's yelling at him. And then I guess he did something and ended up in prison, or in jail at least. But, the internet went crazy about how, sure, you can't say anything bad about Jews or Israel, but God forbid you dress up in a Halloween costume, you end up in jail because you're offending these people who ought to be all exterminated. So that was the internet.
Yeah.
I'm not, that's a direct quote. I'm not really adding anything to it. But I thought the outfit was great. It was definitely way beyond the quality of Halloween costumes. It almost looked like something that he either had custom made or maybe, his grandfather wore it.
Well, and these blanket things like, you can't sell anything.
No, I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
and I've always said that, look, if somebody's going to come to round you up and put you on a train, the least they ought to do is dress well.
Right. Oh yeah. Hugo Boss.
Right.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I've owned both Mercedes and BMWs. I always loved Hugo Boss cologne.
While shopping at Hebe.
Yeah, while shopping at Hebe.
Doesn't seem to make sense, but okay.
No, but I just think like there's certain things the Germans are really good at.
Well, and I don't understand the overall blanket laws like we have. And again, sometimes they're just in the companies themselves, like eBay. Well, you can't sell any Nazi memorabilia.
They used to be able to. That's ridiculous.
It's historical artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I see there's a big difference. My dad's uncle or somebody fought in World War II.
Yeah.
They captured whatever this installation was.
Exactly.
They took the flag and it's signed by everybody in the unit that took that flag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, that's hate.
Yeah.
No, it's history, asshole. There's a difference. I
don't understand how that's hate at all. I mean, it might take exactly like your grandfathers or whatever, your uncles, because, both of my grandfathers died in World War II fighting Germans, but it doesn't mean that there weren't trinkets that came from their units that ended up with my grandmothers as little souvenirs of their husbands giving their life for the Great Patriotic War. And so I remember seeing Nazi paraphernalia when I was a kid. Hell, dude, when I was a kid, I remember playing in the anti-air. I don't know what would they be. I guess they're installations, anti-air installations that were there during World War II to shoot down the German planes.
Right. The guns were gone, right?
What?
The guns were gone.
No, everything was still there. They were rusted to hell. Like, you couldn't turn anything, right? But there was one that still worked. That was really cool. You could turn stuff on that one. But, what are they going to do? Collect them after World War II? No, they just left them all in place.
Right.
And then the trees just kind of grow around them. And then you just start walking through the woods and you have these anti-aircraft guns just kind of peppered through the forest.
If Gene asked you to walk through the woods, kids, say no.
No. Well, yeah. And I was told at the time that I shouldn't ever walk anywhere in the woods without an adult because I'm liable to step on the landmine.
Yeah, ordinance that might be.
And there were still landmines that were unexploded back then.
It's a different world we live in now. The wokesters, they what they think is a horrible world.
Yeah.
Somebody bring them
and
back,
this is
please.
why I'm going to say another controversial statement.
Uh-oh.
I'm absolutely in favor of Mondani in New York.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The guy's going to destroy the city, though.
Yes, he is.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
It'll be a grand. There's no better place to have Mamdani run it into the ground than New York City.
True, because it's on the world stage no matter what. You're not going to be able to go, well, they don't really matter. It's going to be an epic failure in a spotlight.
Someone similar for LA and Illinois.
We have Chicago already.
I might have to change my citizenship and vote in those elections.
Brandon Johnson ain't too far away.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Brandon Johnson is Mamdani light.
Okay.
And the Chicago Tribune already weeks ago wrote an op-ed that said, hey, idiots in New York, look at what happened here. Don't vote for fucking Mamdani.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the people in New York are like, well, this is going to be great.
I think that absolutely should happen. I'm a big supporter. I can't wait to see what the election results are, but I think a lot of people are just they're racist and Islamophobic if they don't want Mamdani in office.
They just don't like commies.
Well, thankfully, most people in New York like commies, so I think
true. This concept, this mathematical concept,
nothing better than putting a spyglass or a camera lens to what happens when an extremist takes over the law. And we're going to have some great videos coming out of New York with Mamdani in charge.
Until there are no videos coming out of New York.
Well, I mean, for that to happen, they'd have to be no people with cell phones in New York.
Well, the infrastructure totally collapsed. It will.
Yeah. But, I mean, you say that, but, Apple iPhones can talk to satellites, so it doesn't really matter.
Because they send videos to the satellite, so I thought they could just make emergency calls.
Sure. No, they can send stuff through satellites. Satellites are not slow.
But New York,
they're slower, but they're not that slow. They're not like modems.
And these people that think, oh, if one of the guys would drop out, that it would be better. It's like, it's not. It doesn't matter. Cuomo, Sliwa. Sliwa's got no chance. Zero chance. It's unfortunate, but there's no doubt about it. If there is a way to pull the ticket out of Mamdani, the only way to do that would be to get rid of Sliwa. Because I think
Mamdani is going to be there. He's going to be the great unifier. He's going to do an interview with Tucker Carlson, and they're going to find a lot of commonality. They're going to find an awful lot of things that Tucker agrees with, and he's nodding his head.
Well, let me ask you this, because I don't watch Tucker, but I've seen a few clips recently that make me think Tucker's losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true, or do you follow him enough to know?
Have you heard the man laugh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something about that just is.
I don't think Tucker's losing his mind at all. I think Tucker is exactly who Tucker has always been.
He's never had his mind.
Yeah, I think.
But he was reading a teleprompter for a while.
Well, Tucker is the guy on Fox who has actually got his own opinions.
Right. Well, on Fox, he was reading a teleprompter.
Yeah, but that's what made. I mean, literally, dude. When he was on Fox, what I heard people saying, like actual people around me, not on the internet, is like, well, some of these Fox people are just like they're empty heads, but Tucker, he's going places. Well, yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. He definitely went places, and he's not afraid of taking on controversy. That's for sure. But he is absolutely gone down the Candace Owens toilet.
Yeah. It's like it's getting worse, kids. I didn't think it could get worse.
Have you seen the text messages, the alleged text message screenshots that Candace showed where Tucker basically is in love with her and he's listening to rap music because it's so much better than this white crap that everybody else listens to, and that secretly he's always hated Jews, but he just couldn't not take their money, and so he kept taking their money for the last decade.
Wow.
I mean, Candace has some just amazing revelations that we're seeing coming out of a guy who just kept everybody so in the dark about his true feelings.
Well, yeah, she's gone off the deep end. And there was, when she first came out, I mean, you had to be questioning exactly what the game was as far as her whole persona. And she played it so well because she was embraced by so many people just because they're like, oh, she's black and she's acting like she's conservative. Oh, my God, this is something great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's batshit crazy.
She is, yeah, she's totally batshit crazy. But I've never really thought that she was anything other than funny, because the first thing that I remember Candace getting any notoriety for, before she got signed on with all these bigger organizations like Dennis Prager, who she worked for, and then, of course, what's his name? Daily Wire, that she worked for.
Well, wasn't she on Beck's thing for a moment?
Yeah. But before all these Jews and Mountain Jews were hiring her, she had her reawakening moment, which was punctuated by her creating a website and a product, essentially, for doxing liberals. That was her big idea, is that, you know, the way we get back at these people is we start doxing them and outing who they are.
Not a good idea.
Remember, she was a liberal chick who had this moment of like, oh, gee, am I really liberal, or can I make more money being a conservative? And so she spent her whole youth and college and everything being a liberal, until at one point she decided that she's no longer a liberal now. She's conservative.
She can make more money.
I mean, who's to say? But it's certainly proved to be true. Not only make more money, but actually get herself a British royalty husband. I mean, I don't think she would have met her husband or anyone like him if she never became conservative, allegedly.
Is he having buyer's remorse yet?
Oh, no. She's doing everything he wants. You know, his family was the part of the Britain that was trying to find where all the Jewish addresses were during World War II, so that they can provide those when their relatives from Germany finally make it over. Remember, the British royalty and the German royalty are one and the same family. And he is part of the British royalty.
But it seems like she is being finally outed as the insane person. Tucker Carlson, questionable. Steve Bannon, the whole, I don't believe anything about the Charlie Kirk assassination bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's so hard to see? I mean, the evidence is fairly clear, it would appear, unless you have...
I don't even mind what he's saying. I mean, I think that there's a vast difference between saying something's fishy here and I'm not sure I want to believe it.
Well, he's saying he doesn't believe the guy that shot him.
Trump's people killed him because he was turning away from the Jews and Trump loves Jews. Like, there's an ocean of difference between that, which is what Candace is saying.
Right.
Is that Trump has killed essentially Charlie, and or he ordered the hit on Charlie, I think her phrase, versus just being very questioning of the potential conspiracy involving Charlie and exactly what happened.
But I mean, there's always a potential conspiracy.
Yeah.
But he starts at the top with, yeah, the guy they have, he couldn't have done it. Like, you're an idiot.
I'll tell you one thing. For people that are probably less religious, kind of like me, this does have an awful lot of that sort of drama that you could well imagine happening 2,225 years ago, where that's probably not even the right time frame. But basically, do you think there was any disagreements and people bickering and providing alternative histories when Jesus was killed?
I mean, you would think
we know
would have to be from human.
Happened. We know the people that were the closest to him all ended up getting killed as a result of their arguments. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not saying Charlie's Jesus, but I am saying that when people hit a nerve and they have a very they have a lot of support. They have a lot of followers. And I use the word followers not religiously, but more in the context of like online personalities.
Right. Of
have a lot of followers.
They've got a lot of followers.
A lot of followers. Charlie had a lot of followers. You know what their fundraising had raised for this year prior to the assassination?
$3 million.
183 million.
Whoa. It's a lot of cash.
Yeah, they're doing around 220, 230 million a year. And this is why I also thought it was hilarious seeing people, being concerned about the well-being and welfare of his wife and kids. It's like, what are they going to do now? He was a one-parent worker. It's like, dude, they're multi-millionaires. Like, they're worth over 100 million personally. But the foundation, their organization that generates money from nothing else. This is purely based on donations. This doesn't include product sales. That generates 200 and then some million a year.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly how conspiracy theories would have been different before.
Just shy of 1,000 employees.
The telephone, before the radio, before television. I mean, they would have had to move a lot slower at the very least.
Yeah. Slower, and I think everything was much smaller groups. Like the people that thought that the government killed Amelia Earhart still existed back when she disappeared. They were just not all talking to each other. There might be a couple of people in your, church. There might be a couple of people that would agree with you and that something's a little fishy. Why did she have this great flight? And then all of a sudden, no signal, nothing. We never get any wrecks. Like somebody took her out. Probably didn't just crash. She's been flying planes her entire life. She's probably the best female pilot out there. The wind patterns were calm. There was no storms. Like nothing should have happened.
But it did.
So probably it was the government. But nowadays, you've got whole Reddit groups that talk about nothing but that.
Well, yeah, within 13 seconds of something happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's the intriguing part. It's like, there is zero evidence at that point. There is nothing known, but everything jumps right into that. And I get it. There's money there. This is how you get people to tune in, I guess, to a Steve Bannon show is, no, none of this is real, and we'll tell you why.
All I know is cats make the best defense against bears.
They probably do. And we are a value for value show and have a few people to thank for today's show.
Oh, wow.
As always, Mark Kodra, $3.33 every show.
All right.
Scott Gorman, $2.50 every show.
That's amazing.
And today's C. Brooklyn, he came in with 1,000 before the show and 3,000 Satoshis that just said B12 boost about an hour ago. So that
I might have to buy me some B12 again. I'm out.
I think that puts him in the lead, though.
Yeah.
And then there's one other, if you want to read it, but I can't. It seems to be blocked on my end.
Oh, dude, is it not blocked on my end, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, you have to jiggle the handle and see.
Let me jiggle the handle and see if there's anything that pops out if I jiggle things.
You probably need the fiber. You probably need to be on a satellite 3.
Seeing anything here? What day of the month is today?
Today is the Halloween. Woo! Looking for college girls in slutty outfits right here on Unrelenting.
I don't know, man. This may not be it. All I see is something that just says youtube.com/@csb-music-labs.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either. But I'll say it again. youtube.com/@csb-music-labs. I mean, honestly, we don't do advertising on this channel, so I'm not even sure what that is. Could be a trap.
Could be a code.
Go there at your own risk. But
you need your
message was garbled. I figured I'd read it anyway.
Yeah, it was. My Little Orphan Annie decoder ring is not working today.
Right. Oh, I get that. I totally get that.
Drink Ovaltine, kids.
It's the best.
It probably was compared to what we're eating today.
Moms everywhere agree.
Uh-huh. that 4 out of 5 doctors agree smoking a Camel helps digestion after a big meal.
That's the whole sales pitch for menthol camels. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you glad you live in today's world where nobody lies to you?
I know, right? The one that I liked was the doctor one for Chesterfields. I smoke Chesterfields because I don't like chemicals in my body. Chesterfield's big thing was always that they're the most pure of all the cigarettes. They were filterless.
Oh, well, you want to be pure when you're bringing in your poison.
You know, it's like when you want to smoke something clean and pure, there's nothing like a Chesterfield.
Unrelenting.show/donate.
That was a good segment, I thought.
I love listening to old-time radio shows that have the advertisements still in them.
Yeah, just like YouTube videos.
You know, and it's like back in the day, they had their ads. It was just a totally different way of selling you on product.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see YouTube ads because I pay. I'm a sucker. I pay. I guess I can.
That's the kind of YouTube ads you do see. The actual promotions by
the ones inside
person doing the video. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you downgraded? Because allegedly the downgraded YouTube Premium, it still gets rid of ads, but it doesn't give you like the YouTube music shit stuff I've never used anyway.
I just kept it the same. I did see they added a $50 a month family category, which is bullshit.
Oh, can I be in your family, Uncle Gene?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I just kept it where it's at. But I did get rid of my payments to X.
Oh, Elon.
Because yeah, exactly. Because now I'm a Gab subscriber because they seem to have less racism.
Well, that's just because their algorithm hasn't caught up.
Yeah, they've got still the same algorithm as before, which is only 1 out of 7 posts mention Jews, and the rest of them have cool animals in them. But I am, when my subscription actually expires, which should be any day now, might be actually today.
Oh,
it might have been the end of this month. I think I'm just going to pay for Grok without the X.
You're going for like Grok Premium. Isn't that
Grok
more than
Pro
X?
Or whatever the hell it is? Yeah, $50 a month for Grok. Instead of trying to do the X thing and then get Grok for free.
But it's not a full Grok.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Grok has done everything I've needed to do as part of the X subscription.
Yeah, but that's like $7 a month, where Grok starts at like $20 a month. So why wouldn't you do
the X subscription is like $50 a month.
Wait, what are you paying $50 a month to Elon for?
For the blue check mark. Hello.
No, that ain't $50 a month.
It is if you don't want to have ads.
Oh, well, if you don't. Okay, see, that's different. I don't see ads anyway. Because one, I never use X on anything but a browser.
Yeah.
And my browser is on a machine that runs through a pie hole and runs ad blocking software. So I never see it.
The ads, because the ads on Grok are literally just Grok posts. They're no different than a post, other than the content is from somebody that paid for it.
I don't remember ever seeing one that said an ad.
Look, I know it's why, because you're never on there.
True.
The only thing you do on X is you post a couple of things. You never read anything.
I read my notifications, and that's about it.
They're not going to have ads in your notifications. So there you go.
That's why I have an ad-free experience. That's a lot cheaper.
And so did I up until now. And, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to be on X a whole lot, because Grok, honestly, is the thing I use more than X at this point.
And you already left the Fediverse. I mean, your social media footprint
I'm kind of a leader in this space. So, I leave things before they crash and burn.
You still have the blue check mark. I just want to let you know.
Do I? Nah, I don't know why, because I'm not paying for it anymore.
But yeah, you are a leader. And I read an article not long ago, I don't know if we talked about it on this show or not, that said we were on the downhill for social media usage, that less people are using it. People are moving away because they've realized it is a waste of fucking time.
Oh, yeah. It like playing video games is better use of time than being on social media. Honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is like, okay, if you're, the way I view social media like X is, Now, if you're having a conversation with family, that's a different thing. But if your ex to me is like, I'm walking through the grocery store, I'm pushing my cart, and as I'm walking past two women talking, they're saying something I disagree with, and I have to stop and engage.
Well, that's the way human nature works. Of course you do.
But that's what I see. I don't do that in real life, but people, that is what X is. No, you do?
Yeah.
You stop and you're like, hey, let me tell you
Have
bitches why you're wrong.
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, I've never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh my God. Okay, people, you know what to do. Let him know that he's a moron for not watching it and he should add it to his library.
Look, it is November 1st tomorrow. There's a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies I need to watch between tomorrow and December 25th.
No, you really don't.
I need to watch them all.
No, you don't.
It's better than Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh God, no, not even close.
Better than BoJack Horseman.
I mean, the first season was really good. I think it started definitely going downhill after that.
I mean, I still try to catch a little bit of the Just Two Gay Old Boys show. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Not video, though. They stopped doing video when they got banned from X.
Yeah. I don't know what's
Too graphic.
up with that.
Yeah.
Too graphic, apparently.
What graphic.
I don't understand is I can still watch Unrelenting on YouTube.
I don't.
What's up with that?
They're obviously not doing the transcripts. And the AI's like, this must be satire.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Because nobody would say the things these guys say.
No, it's a bunch of non sequiturs that have no actual meaning in reality, so must be fake.
It's non-filtered. It's 2 hours long, which is confusing for the AIs, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, they're just not. Maybe somebody has to complain. Maybe that's the whole bit with any of these, is that somebody's got to click the button, the report you, this is bad content.
Oh, yeah. Well, people are definitely clicking down on X because almost everybody I know is getting the messages saying, due to irregularities in your posts or posts that don't comply with our platform standards, your posts will not be, or will now be, what do they call it? Not shadow banned, but it's basically
monitored.
No, they're going to be like minimized. Like they'll show up less regularly, randomly in people's timelines. I like a lot of people that I follow are getting these.
All thanks to Spicy Grok doing the.
Yeah, the algos. Like, it's no good when you read posts and you sit there, nod your head, and the most interaction you can possibly do is click on the little heart symbol. Like, that's not enough for Grok. Grok wants you talking and disagreeing so he could put an ad in there.
Don't fall for it.
No. And I think, look, I don't think anybody at Grok is going to notice that I canceled my subscription, especially when I pick up
right, Grok Plus.
Grok immediately right after that.
Like, this guy's giving us more money.
I know. But at the same time, I think that there's going to be there's probably going to be more people that decide that, yeah, it's kind of had its run. Don't really need to be on X as much anymore.
Well, I do think it's interesting in this AI arms race that we have a company like Elon's doing Grok, where all of the other ones, as far as I can tell, I mean, there may be outliers, but out of the large ones, which are ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and Grok, the other three are all like, guardrail. We got to do guardrails. And Grok is like, fuck the guardrails.
Yeah, that's one good thing. But the AI at Gab is also the same way. They've got their own.
But this is interesting as far as putting out a product. Because does not limiting your product lower the amount of people that are going to be interested in your product? I mean, most people don't need, unless you're buying it for your kid. I don't know any fucking adult that's like, hey, I don't want my AI to respond to me if I ask it a spicy question.
Yeah. Like, what adult wants to go to a movie theater and then get grilled about whether they actually want to see an R-rated version or if they prefer a PG-rated cut of the same movie?
Right. Oh, my favorite. And I guess it helped being 6'2" in high school.
Yeah.
Color.
Like
what year did Color of Money come out? 86, I think.
Okay.
So I was 16. That was an R-rated movie. And we figured we were going to go see my buddy, Bruce and Nick. I think the three of us went to the place. And I went, we're up there. I'm like, okay, 3 for this. And the dude behind the little screen there when they're selling you your tickets was like, oh, they with you? Like, yeah. So I guess he figured I was over 18 because it was an R-rated movie. It's like, I'm vouching for them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I never had a problem getting into R-rated movies.
Well, they didn't even see you. Your head was so low that you just walked in.
Hello, please. My beard was longer than your whole head.
Then you tripped over it. You're like, oh,
in
shit.
high school. Yes. No, I remember quite often just taking like a mental health day from school, and then my buddies and I would go to watch the latest Conan movie or something.
It was better than going to school. That's for damn sure.
Well, some days it certainly was. And there was I remember seeing that movie with Michael Caine and Steve Martin was
Blame It on Rio.
Scoundrels.
No, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Blame It on Rio was different.
Yeah, that was a different movie. That didn't have
Steve Martin
in it. But you know what Blame It on Rio did have?
Nudity.
Is a little bit, but it had a pre-breast implants. What's her name? Ashton Kutcher's ex-wife,
Demi Moore.
Yeah, pre-breast implants. Actually, very cute looking Demi Moore.
Well, yeah, for a while she was Doomy Moore, but then that changed. Although she didn't look bad in Landman. I mean, she's old, but
I guess you could make an argument for that. That as far as old chicks, she didn't look bad.
Right.
But, that's millions of dollars in plastic surgery.
Well, sometimes,
but I think back in the day, somewhere between Blame It on Rio, which is really her first big breakout movie, and what was that movie with Jack Nicholson? The Angry White Men. What was it called?
Angry White Men Can't Jump.
No. The one with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson.
Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson.
In the Navy. Jags.
A Few Good Men. No.
That one.
It was A Few Good Men?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't A Few Good Women, that's for sure.
Hey!
But she was pretty good in that, but I don't know, man.
She ain't Sydney Sweeney in a dress you can see through.
Still a 7.